It seems like there's this endless debate in combat sports whether you should throw your hooks with the thumb facing up or you should throw them with your thumb facing in. Today, as a professional fighter who has landed knockdowns in both of these ways, I'm going to tell you my opinion on which one is better and how you should utilize each style to maximize your power. Big shout out to XMartial for these awesome new gloves that I have. They feel great, 14 ounce. I really like them. And I've been trying them out on the bags, on the pads the last month or so, and no knuckle pain. It's awesome. If you guys are looking to score a new pair of gloves, you can head over to XMartial, there's a link below, and use my promo code Gabriel Varga to save 10%. Now, as I've often reinforced on this channel, many instructors preach there's a right and a wrong way to do some things. Now, of course, there are. If you throw a hook and your other hand's down here, that's kind of wrong. You're better off protecting. But when we all have different bodies, we all have different ways our bodies work, and we have something like a hook, which can feel pretty good both ways, I like to teach that it is open to interpretation and that each individual should use whichever one is best for them, whichever one feels most comfortable and minimizes damage. And do not be mistaken, throwing a punch in a way that feels very uncomfortable can damage your wrist, can damage your knuckles, can damage your shoulder, and it can leave you feeling like your technique is absolute garbage and you have zero power. So I want to share with you the insights that I've had on executing both of these, making transitions throughout the years so that I can score knockdowns with either. First, let's talk more about what we would refer to as this American style hook. One that we see very often in the Western boxing, that's with the thumb up. What do I like about this? Well, I feel like for myself, I can get a little bit of a wrist curl, which allows me to really maximize power, find my range, and most importantly, not damage my wrist. When I start playing around with this and I land incorrectly, oh, I don't like the feeling. I really feel like things get tweaked in there. So for my go-to training, if I'm hitting pads, 90% of the time, I am coming with that thumb up. And it's the way I prefer to do it. Same on the body shots. I like to have consistency in my head shots and my body shots, and I'm always gonna throw my body shot with the thumb up. I'll never be coming like this, unless perhaps I'm in an MMA fight where I'm worried about, oh, okay, my thumb needs to be really protected. I don't wanna clip it on somebody's elbow, so I'm gonna invert it a little bit to protect. And I'll only do that when I see their elbows down. But aside from that, I'm opting to have those thumbs facing upwards. And I find for me, structurally, it just feels better. But that's not to say that I haven't scored knockdowns with this and that you can't as well. What are we looking to do when we change up from this style to this style? Well, number one, we want to change the striking surface. So normally, if I strike in this zone, for the most part, I could come all the way over to here, but I can get a little further up towards the knuckles. If I'm striking in there, when I flip the hand over, it's almost like I've gone from this area to in here, almost on the top of the knuckles as opposed to the inside. It's like this versus this landing. And I find for me that really allows me to lengthen out the punch. So instead of going, okay, I have to throw this right in here, I can really start landing with the top of the knuckle and go for more of a distance shot, but still a wrap around. And this is great because if you're in tighter, you can actually wrap around behind the ear and really stun people. But if you're at that further distance where you just finish straight shots, you can still land. Now, one of the little tricks, the little tweaks that I've found throughout the years to minimize damage and maximize power is to be very aware of what your shoulder is doing. If you throw with your shoulder down low, even if you get your elbow up high, to me it feels awful. And I always get damaged. If I flip here, for some reason I feel strong. But here, I have to really elevate that shoulder. Number one, it provides more protection, which is great. But number two, it seems to reinforce the structure of the punch and minimize damage. So I'm not coming like this, I'm coming right behind it. And then if I finish off my combo and my elbow's up high, I'm going, okay, I can do this one. But here's the downside for me, and for me personally. Again, always a personalized experience when you're building your striking style and seeing what works for you. But for me, I feel it's a little bit slower. And that's why in general, I'm not throwing this every time. When I come off my jab cross hook and I come right to here, it feels fluid. It feels loose, and it feels like coming is very easy. When I come with that other one, it's not ba ba bum, it's more 1, 2, and this little pause in between. I can't 100% explain why. It might be because I'm lifting that shoulder up a little bit more. It might be because I have to wrap around a little bit further as opposed to coming directly in. But for me, I go, it's a little bit slower, but it allows me to lengthen out quite far. And if I lift my shoulder up, I can get that good substantial power and land further back on their head, which again is very disorienting if you have never been hit there. So I'm not telling you to use one or the other. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. And hopefully that now allows you to mix up between these regular American style hooks and now adding in those European style hooks. And it's very difficult. If you can get somebody on the end of that lead shot and be transitioning between the hook and the jab, it's very difficult for them to find that correct range, and you have this loaded up the whole time. If you're looking to style after somebody, you could watch Dimitri Bivol. See how he utilizes his lead arm, how it's always out here, how he's firing his jab, but also coming around with that lead left hook. It's scary, it's dangerous, and it's something which is definitely worth you experimenting with. That's all, everybody. Thanks for joining. I will see you back here soon for another video.